Welcome to Bulldogs Stadium on a beautiful Labor Day Friday night. Bulldogs are going to kick off the season tonight against the team that ended their season last fall, Cannon Falls Bombers. We'll have game time in about $1:20 here. Ye Old Butcher Shop is a sponsor for tonight's event. We'll have some trivia questions when they come up, and we can send those answers when those come up. Those will go to
pmlivestream@gmail.com.
There you go. There you go.
We're talking to nobody.
All right, we can say whatever we want, like Major League.
I don't know why that's not coming through. We got a lot.
Like Major League. Okay. So the Bombers beat the Bulldogs last season in the last game for the Bulldogs anyway, and then they fell in a close game in the quarterfinals after that game.
Yeah, Bombers took two off the Bulldogs last year, both by a score of 24-18, I believe. Both teams with some heavy losses to graduation, so it's going to be a new crew out there. But we're ready to go here in the stadium, and PA announcer Mr. Paul Arswald is going to take things over as we get all set for the national anthem here in Elgin.
Once again, a white Ford Fusion parked over by the north gate. Consider the ambulances. License plate GKT 249. Please move that.
That's awesome.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the PEM Sports Complex in Elgin, home of your Plainview Elgin Memorial Bulldogs. We would like to extend a warm welcome to the visitors, the Bombers of Cannon Falls. Now, if we please have everyone rise and remove all head cover as we honor our country with the playing of the national anthem.
Okay, they're playing the national anthem here. Okay, national anthem's done. I can take it after the song. That'll be great.
And now, for tonight's starting lineups, first, Cannon Falls has been asked to introduce themselves as the team from Cannon Falls. For the PEM Bulldogs, starting as defensive back, number 2, Jay Schumacher. Defensive back, number 3, Hunter Matty. Linebacker, number 5, Nolan Wilkie. Defensive back, number 6, Alex Hendricks. Linebacker, number 9, Alex Bedstead. number 24, Dominic Loya. Linebacker number 51, Kaden Priest. Defensive lineman number 57, Stuart Atkinson. Defensive lineman number 72, Drew Raymond. Defensive lineman number 77, Ashton Fish. And linebacker number 88, Carson Cronenbush. In Falls is coached by Jim Myers and Colin Clinton. He's also coached by Jeremy Wilson or
All right, there is the starting defense for the Bulldogs. They are going to have their hands full here. Going to see that Cannon Falls offense, power T, lots of fakes, 3 backs with the quarterback back there, so 4 backs total. And Bulldogs last couple years have had their hands full defending it.
Absolutely, absolutely. For those of you watching at home, depending on how big a screen you're watching on, if you keep your eyes on those offensive guards, it'll help you understand at least the direction of the play. It might not tell you who has the ball. We wish it did, but we'll do our best up here in the booth. All right, looks like the Cannon Falls Bombers are going to receive. That means the Bulldogs are kicking off. We'll probably see Liam Hepner, senior, soccer and football player, out to kick off. Bulldogs doing one final chant before they get going, and here they come onto the field. Led by senior Caden Priest, number 51. You'll hear that name a lot this season, especially on the defensive side of the ball. He's not going to come off the field very much, but as an inside linebacker, we're going to talk about him a lot all year long, I'm sure.
And it looks like, as we often see here at the PE Empire, we've got a soccer player kicking off for us here.
Yeah,
Liam Hepner. Going to be kicking it off, number 15 for the Bulldogs.
Here to have Dylan Banks on the right, back deep, and who's that far back? Can you see the number on him?
It's going to be Jack Myers, I believe, number 14.
14, Jack Myers. And it's going to, looks like it's going to Banks. He's going to pick that up about the 3. He's going to come to the near sideline, breaks a tackle. Going to get down
Got brought
about
down by
the
number
25.
9 Bedstead.
A little laundry on the field. We'll see what the call is.
I think we're going to get a block in the back.
I think so.
Right there on the second missed tackle, I think was a...
During the return, illegal block in the back. Return team number 26.
Yep.
All right. So we'll see what Coach Wingert has dialed up for defense this time around. Seems like every time we see the Bombers, Coach Wingert has something a little different dialed up for them.
Yep. Looking at that and hearing that starting lineup, get a line there with quite a few seniors and returners for the Bulldogs, while the speed positions, skill positions, mostly juniors out there for PEM. All right. Quarterback is going to be Jackson Ekstrom. Here's the first carry. Bottled up there by the Bulldogs. Looks like Schumacher and Cronenbush coming off the bottom of the pile there. Schumacher in the starting line for the Bulldogs missed all of last year with a knee injury. You know, he's happy to be out on that field. Another one up the middle. Bulldogs doing a great job there. We're going to see that's Loyal coming off the bottom of the pile. Gets through early. Wraps up the runner for Cannon Falls.
If it is fourth and less than 7, Bombers will probably go for it. Had to take a little break there. Foreign exchange student just arrived from Italy, Leonardo Tezio, so he's in the house. He's going to be playing football this year, but
Is he
not
of the
tonight.
Tezios that have been here before?
He is number 3, yes. All right, here we lined up. Fakes inside.
Got it the
Ball
outside
carried
there.
to the edge. He's going to be. He might
gonna
have
get
it. He's got it.
That's 27 Banks with the carry there. Picks up the first down, moves the sticks.
That's the one thing on defense. You cannot take a play off against this offense, because even like what was that, 3rd and 8 or 9?
3-yard line.
Bulldogs do a good job on that play, mucking that up in the middle. Coach Maddie next to me made a very astute observation pregame. This power T offense, very much like maybe an old Oklahoma Sooner option, where you just need to tackle everybody, right? There's 4 guys in the backfield that could have the ball. You need to tackle every one of them on every play.
And we got more laundry on the field. Probably going to be a false start here, I got to assume.
I would guess we will see more of those than less in that first quarter of the first game of the season. Little jitters on some of those guys.
Early season sloppiness.
Yep, first varsity game for some of these guys. First time on a Friday night on the field, maybe ever for some of them. They might not have even gotten in as sophomores.
All right, we've got 2nd and 15.
Ball placed at the 16-yard line.
Right. Bombers line up in that 1-foot split formation. It makes it tough to get penetration on that defensive line. Ball appears to be
Ball
to the
through
far
the
side.
middle.
Here he comes up the middle, and he's loose. He's going to be out to about the
Get the first down.
35.
That's number 28, Derek Bechtold for the Bombers. Bechtold, a big runner for the Bombers last year, had just under 700 yards on the season. Banks also contributing about 500.
Is that Bechtold in the middle there? Is that him at the fullback?
Nope.
He's at one of the tailbacks.
Number 10 was in the middle there.
Third and 1.
Are we back?
Yeah, we lost sound. You can lose picture, but we lost sound.
So Yule Butcher Shop is our sponsor tonight.
Yep, we got 3rd and short here, Bulldog territory. Banks gets it. He needs a couple. He's got them.
And he's gonna
Plus a
get-
couple more.
Yep. One thing that if you fall behind against an offense like this, the clock is your enemy as much as the other team is your opponent.
Yep.
Because they are going to grind out so much clock. And in this running game, the clock never stops. We're down to 6.5 minutes already in the first quarter. And we've gone, about 60 yards maybe?
Yep.
All right. Lined up in that power tee.
Once again,
Pulled back up
First-
the middle.
Yep. That was 10 Schoenfelter, I believe.
Yeah.
Nope, excuse me, that's 28. That was Bechtold.
All right. Quarterback comes in with the play.
Bulldogs got one substitution so far, and we got Stuart Atkinson in at that down there in the center, and all four for the Bulldogs.
second man through that.
That's number
That's number 8, Samuel Shapersky.
Shapersky. Brought down, I believe, by Hinrichs was in on that tackle. Bedstead. Hinrichs, yep.
Third down and short. So we got a couple yards to go.
27, Dylan Banks checks back into the huddle. So we got
Shapersky, Banks, and Beckhold in the backfield, along with quarterback Ekstrom.
Bulldogs are ready for that.
Bulldogs got through, might have gotten close to it.
going to be a 4th and very short.
Nolan Welke with the tackle.
This will be enough for a measurement than the officials.
Who got the carry on that one?
I did not see. I believe it was Bechtold.
Officials are comfortable with it now.
All right.
Officials are going to call
Official's gonna take a measurement here.
I don't, quite honestly, it's not going to matter much because even if it's 4th down, they're going
Yep.
for it. And down this close to the goal line, it's not going to affect their play calling very much.
Pull that sucker tight. Yeah, that's a good yard short.
Oh, yeah.
Or a foot, foot yard.
Half yard.
Yeah, a foot yard.
How many centimeters?
In a yard?
Jimmy Carter. How many centimeters?
Well, in what, a yard?
8 decimeters. No, short.
Pretty soon the whole world will be on the metric system.
Thanks, Jimmy.
And it was just
How's your brother Billy doing?
All right, so first time here, we're going to see 4th down for the Bombers. Bulldogs got a gut check here. Take a look there. Banks 27. Be looking for him to get the ball following that guard, as Coach Brighton mentioned.
Oh, Bulldogs stack him up for a loss. That is a big deal, folks. That is a big deal. To turn it over on downs against this offense is a big deal.
That is Alex Hinrichs with the tackle for the Bulldogs, cutting through, timing that
I believe that was
cadence a little bit.
Bechtold on the carry, wasn't it? All right, here come the Bulldogs. First time we'll see that Bulldog offense.
Alex Hinrichs is going to come out under center for the Bulldogs, or at least taking the snap.
Be curious to see if we get new look offense out of new head coach Darren Wingert, old offensive coordinator with Coach Mike Nielsen, so things might not have changed. We'll find out. We know out of Coach Wingert, he calls the defense, so the defense didn't change much, but we'll see what we have for offense.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 7.
All right. Bulldogs come out with a 2 wide receiver set. Looks like I-backs
Noah Eidenschenk and Isaac Foss.
with Alex Henricks under center.
And Nolan Welke in the backfield.
So gone is the shotgun of the last 3 years. Looks like we had a little center quarterback exchange issue there where we were able to fall forward for a gain maybe an inch, which is about 3 centimeters.
Checking in at receivers here for the Bulldogs now that's number 2, junior Jay Schumacher, number 3, junior Parker Matty. Going to head out to those wide out positions. Running back is Loya as the up back and Welke
As the tailback, yeah. There we get the snap off clean.
Welke,
Welke on the carry.
nice move.
He's going to pick
Pick
up
up 3
about
or 4.
4 or 5. Yeah, it's a nice football play. Would have been a good first down play, but
Yep.
just an okay second down play. Okay, third down. We got to pick up the first down. From an efficiency standpoint, you'd like to get 3 or 4 on first down, half the distance on second down, and then convert on third down. So your convert gets a little tough when your first down play isn't very efficient.
Now in the backfield for the Bulldogs is Welke, Aaron Martinez, and Dominic Loya. Seeing a little power T out of the Bulldogs here. Loya's got it.
Loya's going to be short of a first down, though.
Cuts that distance in half. It's going to be 4th and 4.
Be interesting. So we've seen the pro set, the I backs. We've seen one play of power T. Be interesting to see what we hear is. Is this a passing down? Do we see wideouts and 2 backs? Do we see the power T? What are we going to get here?
The power T.
Looks like power T. It's like Darren Wingert referring back to his days in high school. He likes that power run game. Started out as a fullback, ended his career as an offensive tackle. Did play some fullback in a section championship game against Lourdes when Aaron Groby broke his collarbone against these Cannon Falls Bombers.
Loya with the carry comes up short. It's going to be Cannon Falls ball after a short possession there by the Bulldogs.
Makes you wonder if they'd have gone to that power T on first down, although fumbled snap, doesn't really matter what formation you're in, but it leaves you 3 yards short, which is about what we were. All right, here comes the Bombers in that power T attack. We might see power T on power T all night. We'll see. Quarterback back to pass.
Play action pass going.
Good coverage, but quarter gets out jumped.
Touchdown, Bombers.
25, Talon Duden with the catch. It's going to be touchdown Bombers.
Pretty good coverage. Got out jumped at the high point of the ball. Who do we have in coverage there? Did you see?
That was Maddie.
Was it Maddie on the coverage? Good coverage. Young man in his first varsity start, doing a good job out there. Right now he doesn't think he did a very good job, but when he sees the film, he'll be less upset with himself. That was a nice catch by Duden.
Power set here for
Here's the pitch, foot race to the corner, and it's going to be 8-0 Bombers
Preston Schoenfelter with the 2-point conversion.
with 2:28 left in the quarter. Bombers go up 8-0. Tonight's game brought to you by Yule Butcher Shop.
Yep, and you know what? Yield Butcher Shop donated some gift certificates, so we're going to have a little bit of trivia tonight. You can submit your answers to PEMlivestream@gmail.com. We're going to have our first question right now off the brain of Coach Brian Brighton.
All right. So here's your question. First one to get in the inbox with the correct answer will receive a valuable prize from Yule Butcher Shop. So your question is this. What Bulldog football legend finished his senior campaign with 30 touchdown passes to only 6 interceptions? In his senior year as quarterback, he had 30 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. If you know the answer to that question, send it to
PEMlivestream@gmail.com for a Yield Butcher Shop gift certificate.
Thanks to Yule Butcher Shop for sponsoring the game tonight. Really helpful to the Bulldog Nation Foundation, to all the activities involved. We really appreciate the support our community gives all of our activities, not just football. We just happen to be broadcasting football tonight.
Beyond just your brick and mortar butcher shop needs, they also will do custom venison processing, and you can order online from the
I thought for a second you were going to say custom event processing. I was wondering if it was going to be like at the
text messages do not count. It must be sent to PEMlivestream@gmail.com. All right. Short kick goes to Welke. Welke's going to take it up
back.
the middle on the other
He's
side.
got a little room. He's going to be out close to the 35. Be interesting to see what Coach Nielsen and Coach Wingert roll out for offense here. Looks like we're going to see Alex Hendricks again at quarterback. Looks like we're going to place the ball about the 34.
All right, we're going to see the power T again right away. Welke, Martinez, and Loya in the backfield.
Bombers running a very similar 5-4 to what the Bulldogs are running. Basically, offense against defense, everything's the same. It's he can execute and who can physically exert their will in either the offense or the defensive side of the ball.
All right, we're getting our first few responses in here in the trivia. We have not had
Correct
the
answer
correct
yet.
answer yet.
How long do we wait before we give them yet another clue? Can I give this clue? This quarterback was part of the only Bulldog tandem of quarterback, featured running back to both have 2,000 yards in a season.
Welke trying to get the edge there. He's brought down by Kelvin Sinjwald, number 33.
Quarterback had 2,000 yards passing, and the featured tailback had 2,000 yards rushing. All right, we're third and it's like about 7. A minimal gain off the edge out there by Martinez. Just a minute left in the first quarter as the sun starts to set here on Bulldog Stadium here in Elgin, Minnesota.
Pulling out to the left. Hendricks got some room.
Move.
He's got a block here.
He's got a first
Martinez.
down.
Sinjwald again with the stop. Takes down Hendricks, but not before he gets the first down.
That was, I thought that was a naked boot until I saw running backs out in front of him, so I don't know. It was either a passing play and Hendricks pulled it down because he had a little green to a first down. Or
All right, we have our first winner. First winner, Mr. Mike Stannegger with the correct answer. That's Mike Nielsen. Mike Nielsen is the quarterback that we're looking for. 30 touchdown passes and only 6 interceptions.
And for just a bonus pat on the back, if you knew his tailback was Joe Swen, both of them went for 2,000 yards that year, losing a close game to Glencoe Silver Lake in the quarterfinals at Glencoe Silver Lake. The coldest game I've ever personally coached in.
Welke with the carry. He's brought down by Myers.
Gain of about 5. Yeah, we are dead at midfield.
All right. That is
Okay.
the end of the first half.
I just saw something very interesting. So they placed the ball at the 50, and then when we switched quarters, he put it 1 football length on the other side of the 50. Did you see that, Coach Simon? I don't know if there's a bend in the 50-yard line that he's accommodating for or what, but I mean it's about an 8-inch difference, so it's not going to make a big deal. But and I think it's first down too. So
all right.
Or it's second down. So now he moved it back.
All right. For those that like to keep track at home, we have got 188 people joining here on the live stream tonight. 188 screens tonight.
Pretty good on a Labor Day weekend. I know at least one of them is in the upper reaches of the state of Minnesota. I know the Hepners have traveled up north this weekend, leaving their youngest offspring behind to kick for the Bulldogs. So thanks to the Hepners for that sponsorship.
All right, so we've got 2nd and 5 yards here at the Cannon Falls 49-yard line. Bulldogs sticking with the power T. Loya, Martinez, and Welke. Hendricks under center. Hendricks with the keep. Gets brought down in the backfield. That's
Run down
Banks.
from behind. Somebody missed a block on the backside there. I didn't notice if the Bombers do this, but interesting, in the Bulldog version of this power tee, offensive lineman in a 4-point stance to keep them a little bit lower. Right, mucked up in his backfield. We're going to get back to about the line of scrimmage. It's going to make it 4th and 8.
It's Welke on the carry with a little bit of a counter there.
Yeah, it looked like we had a little attempt at a misdirection there. Did not even get back the yardage that we lost on the tackle for loss on a previous play.
Some guy's going to get a break here.
Looks
Nope,
like
we got the punt team out. It's going to be Alex Bedstead back to punt for the Bulldogs. Long snapper is Isaac Foss.
Ashton Kish is an incredible punter for the Bulldogs. Had a little bit of an injury early in the season to his wrist, which has kind of affected, I think, his handling of the snaps.
All right,
So,
that's going to be
pretty decent kick by Bedstead.
It's going to be 29-yard line or thereabouts for the Bombers here as they take over on their side of the field.
Bulldogs got to muster a stop of their own now. They had one. Bombers had one.
Bombers
Against
kind of
the
caught
team,
them
against
off
the team,
guard
anyway.
with that passing play
Yep.
on first down, last possession.
Which is a great time to call that play in this particular offense. Wrote the answer. Who was our victor on the first question?
Yes, Mr. Mike Stanager.
Bulldog Sports Aficionado. All right.
Begs the question, though, why isn't he here?
Is it sugar beet time yet? A little early for that, you'd think.
All right, first down, the Bombers pick up about 3 yards.
All right, so here we go. Power D versus 5-4 inter-squad scrimmage here. when it
Quarterback
comes
with the
to
keep.
offenses.
Got a blocker out in front.
I think we're going to get a hold on the edge here. That's
Maddie
going to come
runs
back, I
the
think.
quarterback out of bounds. That's Jackson
Got
Exton
a
with the big
Bulldog
carry.
player. Looks like you maybe got the wind knocked out of him out there.
You have a flag on the field, and a player
So while Coach Melcher and company go out to attend to the Bulldog on the ground out there. Yep, we're going to get a hold on the edge. And I think the ref and I saw that at the same time. The flag came out.
That was Loya getting peeled off the field there by the coaching staff.
Coming off under his own power, that's a good sign.
All right. Looks like Aiden Grainer coming into the lineup to replace Loya here at linebacker.
Yep. All right.
So now we're going to have about second and 17, second and 18.
This is probably not an ideal situation for this particular offense, but based upon Cannon Falls history, they're probably not as nervous as a different style of offense might be.
Watch Duden coming out here in the route.
Bounces to the outside.
Banks
Got a
on his
man
feet.
out there.
Schumacher
Yep.
finishes him off.
Clean
Welke
him
does a
up.
good
He's out
job
to
of
the 30, almost to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to make it 3rd and 10.
slows down Banks. Schumacher finished him off there.
Good job spilling that to the sideline. Good speed shown by the Bulldog defenders to not let Banks get too far upfield as they stretched and stretched and stretched that. Well, I guess he did pick up 10 on the long play. Ran about 30 yards to the side to get 10 yards forward. Half a parabola of some kind.
Working kind of quick here are the Bombers.
It's like 28 out to the edge. He's going to be out to about the 45.
Bulldog safety Maddie brings him down out of bounds. But a first down nonetheless for the Bombers.
Bombers seem to be running this power T offense with a little more confidence than the Bulldogs after running it. What is this? This got to be their 4th or 5th year doing this, isn't it?
Cannon Falls? I
Yeah.
think at least.
Yeah. Bulldogs stack it up inside for a short gain.
Priest has them wrapped up there, 28. Beckholt with the carry.
Sun setting here. It was pretty warm this afternoon. It's turning into a beautiful, beautiful evening out here for those
That
in
sun could
attendance
go.
in person.
That sun could go down behind the hill anytime here.
Yeah, especially for those of us in the booth. I don't think it's affecting the players much.
Passing plays wide open in the back. Somebody
It's like somebody
Close
knocked
back
a
there.
ball down at the line of scrimmage. We're going to have an incomplete pass.
Cronenbush there with the deflection.
3rd and 6.
All right, Bombers come up 3rd and 6, 7:53 to play. Leading 8-0. A little hoppy on the line there. We'll see who move first. I think it's going to be the Bulldogs. I think, yep, Bulldogs are backing up. It's going to be on them for 5. That's a tough penalty against this offense. It's going to make it 3rd and short. 3rd and very manageable out of this offense. Right. Bulldogs in that 4-man front. Cannon Falls matches with the 4-point lineman of their own. Shapersky with another carry is going to pick up a first down for the Bombers. Did we happen to go to volleyball last night?
Watched volleyball here on the live stream.
Okay, how'd it go?
Bulldogs felled a very good Chatfield team. They
Okay.
moved to 1-1 on the season. They started off this year with a big win. They also have a new coach, Holly Jacobs, the new coach there for the volleyball squad.
So Bulldogs stack it up in the middle. Going to make it 3rd and long. 7:18 on the clock. Bombers up 8-0 here in Elgin.
It's just going to be 2nd and long.
Oh, did I say 3rd? 2nd and long. Tonight's live stream brought to you by Yule Butcher Shop,
Yeah,
custom
absolutely.
venison processing, brick and mortar building
We've got-
in Rochester. It's been there since 1974, as we see on the logo.
Big half hog sale going on right now, $349. Cut wrapped to order right now at the Old Butcher Shop.
Bulldogs stack it up for no gain.
Welke and Maddie bring down
Maybe a
the runner.
If it was a loss or a gain, it wasn't much. They're not going to move the stick. So now it's 3rd and 8. All right. I believe we have Bulldog native Dylan Passy at the helm at Yield Butcher Shop, do we not?
I think he is the general manager. Now, Yield Butcher Shop, employee owned.
Employee owned.
Yep.
Oh, we got
Back.
Got the
Schumacher and then Priest from behind. It's
not going to be in time to keep them from getting a first down. They're going to move the sticks. Cannon Falls has found some success on the edge.
Yes.
Up the middle, Bulldogs have done a real good job against all 3 backs in the middle. But that off the edge, that D gap to the sideline, the Bulldogs have had a little trouble with that. Bombers haven't hit a home run on that yet, but they've hit a couple doubles.
Counter here.
Inside. And that's going to be short. It's gonna be
Schumacher
down to
with
about
the tackle.
2.
Schumacher with the tackle. Shapersky with the carry.
Picked up by number 2, Jay Schumacher, number 3, Frank Maddie.
This is a pretty fast-paced version of this offense by the Bombers. They get their play, they get up at the line, got a timeout.
All right, timeout, Cannon Falls.
Cannon Falls calls a timeout. Want to talk it over, see if we're going to give it to the first back, second back, or third back.
I think this is a great time. You have another trivia question?
I do have another trivia question.
We're going to submit these answers again to pemlivestream@gmail.com. This is for another gift certificate from Ye Old Butcher Shop.
All right. Based upon my limited Google skills, what is the most popular cut of beef in the United States?
Most popular cut of beef in the United States.
Right.
All right.
So if you have the answer to that, if you are a steak aficionado, send that to
pmlivestream@gmail.com.
All right. Water's going off the field. 5:23 left in the half. 8-0 Bombers. It's been a battle of wills to this point. Bombers hold the Bulldogs deep in their own territory, turn it over on downs, throw a quick hitter to the tight end to score. To Talon Duden, the far corner of the end zone. Pretty good coverage by the Bulldogs. Got out jumped. Bulldogs bottle it up inside, which they've done a good job of this half.
Priest, again, I believe, is on the bottom of that pile.
Second and goal.
All right, still Bombers rolling up to the line here. Still in that familiar power T. Schoenfelter at the fullback. It's a passing play. Again, pretty good coverage. Throw the ball to Green. Pretty good coverage in the trail position. We got number 3
Maddie.
down there. I don't know if he got the wind knocked out of him or what. He started to get up, went down. Looked like a...
While they're tending to him, we do have a winner. Amy Johnson with the correct
Amy Johnson.
Ribeye steak.
Now, for those of you that thought in your mind the filet mignon, that is the most popular steak in restaurants. But across the board, it is the ribeye steak. Amy Johnson getting in there on the front end to get a valuable prize from the Old Butcher Shop in Rochester, Minnesota.
Maddie looks like he's getting stretched out over there.
Oh, maybe cramped up a little bit. Not so warm tonight, but we had some warm days this week for practice, so we'll see what happens here. Trainer Darcy out on the field. A little gnat in my face here. All right, let's go to yet another trivia question. Oh,
Yeah, you need to write down the Amy Pretzer.
so it was not. Oh, yeah.
Amy
I see
yeah.
what you're doing.
Yeah.
I thought you wanted another question.
No,
you want
I
me to
want you
write down the winner?
Yeah, I don't want to forget that Amy won.
So we went through 4 seconds of pointing and semaphores for you to just say, write down the winner of that so we don't
Yeah.
forget that Amy Pretzer's our winner with a ribeye steak answer.
And she can use that gift certificate from Ye Old Butcher Shop to get herself one.
Or if she wants to pretend she's eating out without leaving her home, she can get a filet. So we get 2 big winners tonight. We got Mike Staniger and Amy Pretzer both wowing us with their knowledge of all things trivial in Bulldog land.
No.
We should have had some. We should have got a maybe a Trivial Pursuit deck up here, and we could have had Bulldog questions or PEM questions in all of the categories. You know, like maybe who was the male lead in the PEM drama version of High School Musical. You won Matthew Files.
I see Matthew Files. He's sitting right down in front of here.
Yeah, I didn't know if he was listening. That's why I dropped that out there. Again, our second favorite Files in that family, narrowly edged out by Jason.
Maddie takes the short way off the field there.
Maybe athletic director Scott Flatham can run the Cushman scooter over there and pick him up. Give him a ride back.
Scooter on the scooter?
Scooter on a scooter. Scooter squared. Must not be listening. I don't see him running down there. All right, Bombers up. Single back formation. 3 backs to the right. Power formation. Bulldogs press it out of bounds.
That's Welke forcing him out of bounds.
That's going to bring up second and short. No, that was the extra point play, was it not? That was the extra point. So we're going to go to 14-0. I lost a little track of the game on that with our injury on the field. Parker Matty coming off on his own power, doesn't seem to be super serious. Bulldogs will receive the kick. Bombers will kick off with 4:40 left in the half. Bulldogs trying to get their version of the power T going. The I-backs looked okay other than the fumbled snap initially, so we kind of got shorted a play. Bulldogs have punted, Bombers have not. Both teams have turned it over on downs. It's kind of scratching and clawing here on both sides of the ball. Coach Wingert and Coach Nielsen got them huddled up down there. You have a cross-country report there, Coach Simon? Nothing so far? I did get a little bulletin at the desk, a la Anchorman. I did find out that Maddie Simon not running cross-country at BV this year, correcto? She is a full-fledged member. As a 2-time All-State dancer, she is now a collegiate dancer at Buena Vista University in Storm Lake, Iowa. All right, Bombers kick off. Number 51, Lance Miesna. That might be an L.
I believe it is.
Not really. Lance kicks it deep. It's like Welke on a return.
Welke's still up.
He's going to be out to the 40. I don't know where that towel came from. Flying out of the pile. I'm not sure what happened there. I mean, a towel on the field means something completely different in some of our other sports.
I think Cannon Falls just quit.
I doubt it. They're up 14-0.
Interesting strategy, Brian. Let's see how it works out for them.
Interesting strategy. Bold move, Cotton. All right, Bulldogs come back to that power T. Fullback up the middle for about 8.
That's Martinez.
That is Martinez on the carry. Looked very Cannon Falls-like in its efficiency. One thing I will say about that power T for the home team, makes it tougher to see that ball on that dark jersey. Number 5 on the carry, bounces to the edge. He's got a first down.
Bulldogs showing some life here, but running a little bit short on time.
Right.
For this offense.
I mean, 4:03. I mean, we're not panicking, and it is the first half, but a little life in this Bulldog version of the power T right now. A little pep back in the step. Got sophomore Carson Hines making his first varsity start out there at left tackle.
Quarterback Hendricks dropped for a loss there.
I think that was going to be, it looked like a
52.
broken play of some kind because the running backs all went to the right.
August Wagner and
Hendricks is standing there holding the ball.
Jaden Larson McKay there on the stop.
And good penetration by the Bombers did not allow Hendricks to even make any kind of panic decision. He just held on to the ball. Brings up 2nd and 12 or 13.
Back into their own territory at back 49. 2nd and 13 to go.
All right, Hendricks under center.
Dive play.
Ball on the ground.
PM says they have it. PM says they have it.
And then it stripes the green.
Dueling habits signs. We'll see what the refs say. Looks like the Cannon Falls picks up the fumble.
That was Martinez. Or was it Grainer? I couldn't tell on that.
Couldn't tell on the carry there. Okay, so the Bulldogs will go back on defense. Cannon Falls on the Bulldogs side of the 50. Or actually, the Cannon Falls side of the 50. My lie. Would you like to improve your lie? Sure, I'll take a 3.
All right.
All right.
Bulldogs looking to keep the Bombers here off the scoreboard.
3
here
minutes to play.
to end the half.
If the Bulldogs can bottle them up, we'll have the clock might be the 12th defender on the field here for the Bulldogs after they ran off a couple minutes in their offensive drive. See if the Bombers pick up their pace or if they're going to be satisfied with the pace they're on. All right, passing play, 85 open in the middle.
It's complete.
It's Aaron Melhouse, a senior, with the catch. Schumacher brings him down.
Bombers have really stung the Bulldogs tonight with a passing game.
Yep. Surprised him on the second possession, first down. Scored a touchdown.
Two touchdowns on the pass. And then a long conversion here to take the clock out of the system. Bombers are down inside the 20. Looks like we're getting student body left. Still on his feet.
And he gets
Powers
in. That's
down to the end
Shapersky.
zone. That's Shapersky. He's a load. Number 8. He is, I was looking at the wrong one. I was looking at 5'2", 124. That's definitely not Shapersky. 5'11", 210 senior. He's a load coming off of that edge. Good looking running back for the Bombers. Scores, pushes it to 20. Bombers historically going to go for 2 here. Last 2-point conversion. Bulldogs held them. All right, there's that single back set again. Counter coming back the other way to Shapersky. And the Bulldogs are going to bottle that up.
I think there was Hendricks there with the stop, finished off by Cronenbush and a host of other Bulldogs being on that tackle.
I think it would be a pack of Bulldogs, wouldn't it? Bulldogs running a pack? Not really sure.
They're kind of loners.
Pack?
Our Bulldogs running a pack.
I was a Bulldog pack of 1 until I found you guys. And then I thought, could it be? I've added 2 more people to my pack.
All right, so we're at 20-0 here. Be interesting to see coming out now in this possession. Are the Bulldogs going to go with that more pro-style offense, trying to score because they're going to get the ball back at the half. So it would be big here if they could score in this last
especially
minute,
with a
50
minute
seconds.
50. Yeah, left to play in the half. Do you give yourself a little more of a passing threat? Do you come out in the power T and try to run the passing threat, same threat that the Bombers ran? It's kind of an interesting game to watch when you have 2 similar offenses and 2 similar defenses. You know, it just kind of comes down to who can execute.
Yep.
And so far, with 2 fumbles, 1 on a fumbled snap, so we had a gain of 0, and 1 on a fumble lost of possession. The Bombers are kind of controlling this match of dueling offense and defense.
Schumacher back deep for the Bulldogs. Like we said, he was out with an injury last year. He's an electric player out there. If he's got some room, he definitely has that ability to take it to the house.
Does he get like 150 miles on a charge, or was he a Tesla? What's he got going on if he's an electric player? Not to be confused with electric football players who mostly just move sideways, depending on how beat up the bottoms they are.
That one's over to Martinez, up back.
Brings it up the middle. He's going to be out to about the 30. Clock clicks down. 142. We'll see that Bulldog offense. Speaking of trivia, here's a trivial piece of information. Carson Hines' father, Chris, Bulldog alum, in 2000, I believe it was the year 2000, Chris Hines' senior year.
Here we got that. We are seeing that little more
The
wide open.
I-backs with the two wideouts. Looks like we got a trade with the tight end. Hendricks under center. Motion. Timeout. Looks maybe running out of time on the play. Timeout, Bulldogs. So anyway, Chris Hines and Aaron Stoning anchored an offensive line that year that averaged over 300 pounds.
Oh, wow.
We had some size that year.
PM has a nice looking line this year as
Yeah,
well.
they do. Chris Hines had a pretty good career at RCTC, which was cut short by injury. I know Stoning went to the U for a little while. I'm pretty sure he graduated up there. I'm not sure what his football career looked like, but there were some big boys on that team. Carson Hines, the reason we bring that up, Carson Hines, big boy.
Big boy.
You will find him on the field because his helmet is above everyone else's. All right, Bulldogs talking it through, see if they come back to that pro set. And we get a whistle out of the referees. They'll come out. Sun has set in the west, and the sun is beginning to set on this first half. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. $1:42 remaining. Trail 20-0. Back in that I-back formation. Looks like we got motion. Maybe going to run that to the narrow side of the field. Got a slant. Got a slant wheel out of that. That's a good conversion in the middle. The wheel was covered, but Hendricks hits a nice window on the slant.
Welke makes the catch, brought down by Schoenfelter Myers in the backfield there defensively.
I will say this, just from looking at the body language of these players, the Bombers just seem a little more comfortable in their system game one, having run it for a few years. Tailback on the carry, off tackle. He's going to pick up about 1, maybe 2. Minute left to play. Clock continues to run.
Sophomore Eden Grainer there with the carry.
It's like Martinez and Grainer are both coming out. No, Grainer changed his mind, goes back in.
No, that's Welke.
Oh, that's Welke going back in.
Go, hurry up!
Clock continues to click, 40 seconds.
Boss the whiteout out here on the near side. Eidenschenk on the far side.
Play action.
Pass. Sidearms a little bit. That's a nice catch by Carson Cronenbush.
Right. Carson Cronenbush on the waggle play. Bulldogs been watching that play successfully for about 25 years. That tight end across that backside drag is so tough, especially if you're running zone or man, because you got to run with him the whole way, and in zone he gets kind of lost in traffic.
All right, let's have another trivia question. Again, the answers can be emailed to pemlivestream@gmail.com, and you'll earn yourself a gift certificate here from Ye Old Butcher Shop. Coach, what do you got for us here?
Back in the 1900s, got to get in your Wayback Machine. Back in the 1900s, PEM Hall of Famer Pat Lehman, historical figure in the cross-country world, How many JV races did he win in his career?
Pat Lehman, okay. How many JV junior varsity races in cross country?
In cross country, yes.
Did Pat Lehman win? All right. That's PEM live stream. If you got that correct answer, first one with the correct answer earn themselves a Ye Old Butcher Shop
Gift
certificate. You know what else you can buy with that at Ye Old Butcher Shop? You can buy yourself a Green Mountain Grill.
It's going to be
They
that
sell
big.
grills. Well, you could put it towards.
Oh, there you
a
go.
Green
I
Mountain
was
Grill.
curious.
Yeah, no,
Didn't know
no.
what sort of thing we were talking about.
Yeah.
I was going to say I'm going to start sending in answers to my own questions.
All right, here come Bulldogs. 23 seconds
I
left.
formation.
Hendricks
Hendricks to
back.
pass.
Got time.
Good protection. He's got time.
Schumacher with
There's
the
Schumacher, and he's going to be.
Fumbles it out of bounds, just shy
He
of the goal line.
stretches, which is a bad idea for a high school player. Trying to do a little much. Ball luckily goes out of bounds. Bulldogs will be down to the 3-yard line. 14 seconds to play. Clock will start to run as soon as the sticks get set. Bulldogs got to get on their pony a little bit here.
Down at the
All right, here we go. Bulldogs knocking on the doorstep, going to steal a possession here. They will receive the kickoff in the second half. We're in the power T. Hendricks on the carry. He's going to score.
Yes, sir.
All right, so here's the question. Do we see soccer player, senior Liam Hebner, for the extra point, or do you go for 2? I think you go for 2, but we'll see. Looks like Hendricks is staying on the field. Bulldogs are going to go for 2. This will be an untimed down, 11 seconds left on the clock.
All right, and we
Well,
also have a
20 to
winner for our
6.
trivia.
The correct answer to this question is 0.
And the first one with the correct answer, Bulldog legend Tony Tyson.
Tony Tyson. Pat Lehman never ran a JV cross-country race in his illustrious 6-year career. Bulldogs are in, going to make it 20-8 going into the half with 11 seconds left on the clock. So the Stallion, Tony Tyson, is our winner, correct?
Yes, sir.
Tony,
Yes, sir.
Tony T. Tony Tyson had the chance to play in a charity softball game recently against another Bulldog legend, Eric Raymond. Tony Tyson on the firefighters' side of the dugouts and Eric Raymond on the police officer side of the dugouts. So I hope that was fun for those two guys. I did never hear who won that game. Maybe Tony can shoot us an email and tell us whether he was victorious or whether Eric was. All right, Bulldogs out to kick. This first half of football brought to us very generously by Ye Old Butcher Shop.
Ye Old Butcher
And,
Shop. Yeah, absolutely.
and that those sponsorship dollars go to the Bulldog Nation Foundation that supports all of our student activities, not just our student athletes, all of our student activities, whether it's band, whether it's drama, whether it's one act, whatever it is, weight room supplies, all of these things. Bulldog Nation Foundation does a great job benefiting the students of the PEM district.
Myers takes that one
They're
back
gonna-
out to about the 40.
Right.
Schumacher trips him up.
4 seconds here. Do the Bombers try and take a shot down the field? They've had good luck throwing the ball tonight. I think their only incomplete pass was knocked down at the line. I think quarterback's 3 for 4.
Yep.
And his only incomplete pass never made it past the line of scrimmage. Does that sound correct?
That sounds correct.
I'm no math scientist, but maybe Coach Simon is. Maybe he can go back in his replay machine and take a peek at that.
And we get a timeout for Cannon Falls here.
Might as well use them. Can't take them with you.
You know, we get the Bulldog Nation Foundation has a live auction and a silent auction and a get-together every spring. And that's where we auction off these sponsorships.
Yep.
As well as there's all kinds of great things there on the auction.
Yeah.
But if you didn't get a chance to make it out there, at halftime we're going to have the email address and a QR code up. If you feel so inclined, take you directly to the donation site for Bulldog Nation Foundation. If you're enjoying our live stream all year long, and in the past 4 or 5 years we've been doing it, any donation, big or small, is greatly appreciated.
Yeah, if you want to get in on that, tell people you're part of that Bulldog Nation. If you want to give, you want to volunteer, whatever, those are the people to talk to. Bulldogs are going to come out on defense here. 4 seconds to play. Let's see what the Bombers run. They're in the power T. I don't know why I would have expected anything different.
Bulldogs
but
secondary
4
playing a little
seconds.
deeper here than they have. Those outside linebackers are playing where the safeties had been. Banks with the carries. Held by
Bottled up.
Cronenbusch from behind. Go the other direction.
If he doesn't score, we're going to see the end of the half here, and that's the
gonna
end of
be
the
it.
half.
Drew Raymond there with the tackle to end the half.
All right, Bulldogs will go in, trailing 20-8, showing a lot of life, not a little life, a lot of life in that Bulldog offense at the end of the second quarter there.
All right, that is the first half there. Bulldogs trailing 20-8 in this one. We will be back after the half here with more Bulldog football. Thanks for tuning in to the Bulldog Nation Foundation and Ye Old Butcher Shop live stream of Bulldog football.
You're going to love what they got. Yeah, we're ready. And we're on. All right, we're back. 6 seconds left in the half. We did find out from Mike Staniger's mentor, Mr. Scott Flatham, that the paid attendance tonight, 634 on the noggin.
634 in the house. We got about 260 online.
Nice! Does Hepner count as 1 or 2?
Well, there's 2 Hepners. They're watching up in Longville tonight. All right, Bulldogs going to receive it. Schumacher back deep.
Bulldogs, little pep in their step on offense, end of the half.
Yep, absolutely.
Things are going to get interesting, I think, here in the second half. I mean, trailing by 2 scores is tough in both of these offenses.
Milsna kicking off for the Bombers. Not a great kick.
The kick that he wanted, but that's also not what the Bulldogs wanted.
That's tough.
2 turnovers for the Bulldogs tonight. That thing was knuckling, man. You can see that thing sideways.
Yeah, that's a tough one to catch there.
Like Joe Negro,
backwards.
Like Joe Negro threw that one.
So Cannon Falls here going to have his first chance again.
Short field, starting at about the 32.
Turned into a beautiful evening.
Oh, God, what a night. Even the bats are out. That power T. That's that number 8. Shapersky on the carry. He has been the horse tonight.
Yep.
He has been, and he is plenty fast, but he has been a Clydesdale workhorse. He's going to have a big season if tonight is any showing. Bulldogs staying in that 5-4. All right, so now we got.
No, we had it before.
Oh, okay. I thought we had a little plug problem, but it sounds like we have improved our lie.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, looks like we got a first down. Man, what a nice night right now.
Oh, it is beautiful out there.
Fun. All right, Bombers come up in that signature power T.
Quarterback
keep on the naked boot.
Outside, dodges a tackler, gets through, loses the ball in the end zone. Let's see what they call here. Did he get across before he lost it?
I thought I saw a hold on that far side, but the referee didn't see the same thing as me.
Must have lost it out of bounds.
Must have lost it out of bounds. That far corner on this end of the field is kind of a nemesis from the booth up here to see what's going on.
Yes, it is.
All right, short field here for the Bombers. First and a couple. And they're in, so that's going to push it to 26.
27 Banks with the touchdown there.
Ooh, just had another check-in from Longville. Sherry Baker.
I'm going to be up there tomorrow.
Rub it
early,
in.
Rub it early in the morning.
Rub it. Here's some salt. Rub it in.
You know what the best part about it is? It's going to be about 10 degrees cooler up there.
Thanks for rubbing salt in that open wound. All right, here we go. Power T. Bulldogs have done actually fairly well against the
Shapersky on that. Nope. Shapersky on the outside.
Untouched to the outside. Okay, Bulldogs got to have a short memory now, and they got to shake this off. Because this power T can snowball on you if you're not careful. Okay. So Bulldogs got to find that pep back in their step that they had at the end of the second quarter, at the end of the first half. Right. Did some good things, had some success, both out of that pro set and out of the power T both. I kind of like Coach Wingert mixing that up. It makes it you can't, because the defense you set up for that pro is much different than the defense you set up for that power T. So if you could find a way to make your transitions faster, you might catch them off guard in the wrong defense. You might end up with a defensive end playing corner someplace.
On another train of thought too, though, part of that power T is the monotony of the same thing over and over until you do
but that's what
throw
I'm
the
saying.
curveball.
You could go monotony, power, pro set, catch them, they don't get their personnel changed, they don't call a timeout. Or maybe you even just go pro set to get them to burn a timeout.
All right. Nelson going to kick off. Schumacher back deep again.
We got Hendricks and
Welke,
the up back, Schumacher deep. That is a designed knuckleball. I just noticed that ball was on the tee sideways.
Okay.
That's a Necro from the go. Interesting strategy, Cotton. Hey, if it works, run it, man.
Yep, Hendricks there covers it up, goes to the ground, so Bulldogs will take over. It looks at about the 11-yard line.
We're getting a wideout out here. Looks like we're going to get Looks like we're going to get the eye set.
Hendricks gets rid of it. Nearly picked off. Let's see what they call. Yep.
Yeah, they're calling that an incomplete pass.
That was Kelvin Sinjwald there with the near interception.
I was just trying to kind of look and see who became corners and who became safety on that for the Bombers. It's like 28 rolled out there at the corner.
That'd be Bechtold here's in the corner,
14,
and Myers is on the
14
other
at the
side.
far side, yeah. And your safety is
Schoenfelter
33.
and Sinjwald.
Right. It's a little delayed. Welke's got a little room out here on the side. He's going to pick up about 5 or 6.
Brought down by Chase Curtis.
Nice little,
TJ Edmonds.
Nice little scoot to the edge. Right? If we're, if we're in 4-down territory, it looks like we got to get 2 3-yard plays, and we'll have a first down. We'll move the sticks. Be nice to convert on 3rd down, takes the pressure off 4th down. Sticking with that I-back, that pro set I-backs. Looks like you got Grainer at the fullback and Welke at the tailback. Hendricks having a little discussion with the sophomore Grainer. There's a little trap inside. Looks like we're going to get a first down for the Bulldogs. Looked like a little trap, didn't it?
Shapersky loses his helmet. He's got to leave for a play.
One play, yep.
Bulldogs with a couple injuries in the first half. Those players kind of de-padded themselves.
Right. We are assured of their non-returning this half.
Yep.
I venture to guess, seeing them walk around down there, they're not done for any length of time. Bulldogs give up a sack here on 1st and 10. Hang on to the ball just a little too long. Had some guys open downfield, didn't get a chance to pull the trigger. Offensive line got to give Hendricks a little bit more time than that. Geez, that Talon Duden is 6'6" on the roster. I knew he was tall, but I didn't see he was 6.
Yeah, that was the first touchdown, that jump ball.
Yeah, 6 1/2 feet tall. Which is, honest to God, not even joking, is about 2 meters. Yeah, back in the power T, passing play. Hendricks got a man, throws it just a little bit wide.
He's looking for Bedstead, the tight end. Pass is incomplete. Yeah, that 4-point stance of those running backs is a little different look.
Yeah, it is. It is. The other thing I was going to say, we've had some pretty good line play on both sides of the ball tonight from both teams, but everything is so tight in there, it's making us hard for us to acknowledge those guys other than just name a few names when we see them coming up to the ball. I think we got Ryan Schrader playing center tonight. Priest at 1 guard.
Hendricks gets loose for a second,
for
but
his life.
finally brought down there. I believe that's 85 Melhouse.
Talking about Bulldog O-line here, we got 57 Stuart Atkinson, right? We got
51 Caden Priest.
79 Carson Hines.
88 Carson Cronenbush is playing a tight end position
tight
along with
end.
Alex Bedstead, number
Playing some
9.
tight end. And Drew Raymond is
Another
probably
tackle.
rounds it out.
Yep.
Guys have done a good job. Most of those guys playing both ways on the line too.
Yeah, some of the more experienced players for the Bulldogs are on that line. Punt is blocked. Great
Bedstead
back.
picks it up, doesn't cross the line of scrimmage, so he's going to get out to about the 14. Right, so it should be first down at the 14 for the Bombers. 6:47. Bulldogs trail 28-8. Tonight's broadcast, live stream, whatever you want to call it, brought to you by Yo Butcher Shop, partially by HBCI, to be honest.
Yeah, we had quite the technical difficulties this afternoon.
Really, yeah.
Grateful those folks from HBC making the emergency fixes for us out here so we could bring this to you.
Right.
Tonight came down to the wire. No pun intended. All right, passing play on the outside. That's Banks with the reception.
And he's going to pick
They're going to call him in.
Oh, they are going to call him in for the score. I was going to say, I thought he was out at the goal line.
So 3 touchdowns now through the air for the Bombers.
Right, which is uncharacteristic of them. Adds a dimension to this team that has been missing the last few years, and I think has maybe been a little bit of a bugaboo to them at the state level. You know, they rolled into that state quarterfinal game, and it maybe was one of their coaches' off-season goals was to work on their passing game a little bit.
That's 33. Sinjwald with the 2-point conversion
So
there.
36-8 Bombers, 6:37 left in the third quarter. Bulldogs will receive the kick. I would assume we'll see Schumacher deep again.
Yeah, we might have time for a trivia question.
I did find this out from the Stuckey report.
Well,
at
we're not going to have
halftime.
time for a trivia question if you're going to tell a story.
It's not a story.
Oh,
Bulldog Cross Country in action on Thursday in Hayfield this upcoming week. That's not the story.
at the Oaks Golf Club, I believe.
So, ready for trivia, Coach Matty? Within five, how many tackles did Caden Priest have last season?
So last season as a junior, Caden Priest, number of tackles that he
And
had.
that's going to be total tackles.
Got to be
It's gonna
within 5.
It's going to be assists
5
and
or
solos
closer.
together. Right. And if we have ties, the closest one will win.
Submit your answers to PEMLivestream@gmail.com. Again, we're playing for a
I think I'm even going to say
Yo
this.
Butcher Shop
I'm
gift
gonna say this.
certificate.
If number 1 is within 1 and number 2 has it dead on, I don't know what we're going to do. We might have to have
Well,
a
you said it had to be
tiebreaker.
within 5, so we'd give it to the first person that got within 5.
I know, but if somebody gets it dead on, like if Mary Priest sends it in and gets it dead on,
Mary Priest is listening to this game at home. I'm going to be really disappointed in
she
Mary
might
Priest.
have it on her earbud. Bud.
All right.
All right, here's the kick. A little deeper this time. Still a nice knuckleball.
Schumacher gathers.
He's going to go up the far sideline. Bulldogs have honestly had pretty good starting position from the kickoffs. The kick return team has done all right. Not sad about the kick return team.
It takes it out to about the 35-yard line, 33-yard line.
I mean, the returns we've had have been good. I mean, we had that one Necro ball that we struggled with a little bit. But I mean, as the returns that we've had, I mean, we've picked people up and we've pressed the ball up the field. We haven't ran to the sidelines. All right, come out in that power T.
Up the middle, that's Aiden Grainer, the sophomore, with the carry.
He's going to get about
2 inches, maybe?
No, they're going to give him 2 inches. Like, you can see that from here without your glasses.
I thought maybe he just fell forward.
Come on. All right, here we go. We should have an over-under on how many times I've said, here we go tonight. Bulldogs back in that power T. Looks
it's like a nice run there.
Is that Welke?
Nope.
Let's see who that was.
I think that was Martinez.
The Martinez? Yeah, I think it is.
No, it wasn't. It was, I'm going to say Isaac Foss. I'll get it right one of these times. It was Foss.
Started the game.
Nice run by the senior there.
At wide receiver. Currently playing at the tailback position.
Yeah, like we said, the Bulldogs have a few guys out, not headed back in.
All right, Bulldog first down out of the power T. Little counter play, swallowed up. And I'm going to say
Welke there with the carry, kind of ran into the quarterback.
I'm going to put the onus of that on the offensive line. In that power T, you cannot have that many defenders upfield on you, especially at the point of attack. All right. Bombers not really flinched on the power T of the Bulldogs. Nice run inside. Going to be out. Going to make it a manageable third down.
Again, Isaac Foss with the carry.
Again. Showing good hip action out there. What I really like about Foss carrying the ball is while he's juking and moving, he's gaining ground. He's keeping going forward. Right? He's not giving them a chance to get him while he's shaking and baking to get him in a tackle right where he's at. He got to keep his feet moving forward. Coach Maddie noted earlier tonight that 4-point stance out of those running backs in that power T is a very different thing to look at from a fan standpoint.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing is here, it's going to be an uphill climb for the Bulldogs because Cannon Falls is probably one of the only teams that they'll face this year that sees the power T every single day in practice.
Right. So
sometimes it's kind of a unique thing you got to get ready for 1 week, but they're seeing it every week in practice.
Yeah, and I don't think it's going to be fair to judge the Bulldog power T on this game.
It's like trying to run a 2-3 against Jim Boheim in Syracuse Orange. Hendricks back to pass.
Pressure.
And can't get away from the hands there of
had some guys open.
TJ Edens gets to Hendricks and brings him down.
Second sack of the night. We're checking the inbox here. All right. We have a winner. I'm going to say this. Yule Butcher Shop sponsors this particular trivia question. Therefore, we have a wiener.
Stop it. All right, here, we'll let you know how that comes out here right after this play. Up the middle, I believe that's Sinjwald.
So Mike Staniger comes in with a guess of
190.
190. He is within exactly 5. Kane Priest had 185 tackles last year.
185 tackles. That's quite a season.
That is quite a season. So Coach Flatham devotee and shrine worshiper Mike Staniger
Bombers fumble the snap there. Quarterback falls on it.
wins a Yale Butcher Shop gift certificate number 2 on the evening. Let me write that name down. Was it Mike Staniger?
Mike Staniger.
So I'm going to write down Nick Maddie, right? 2 T's and Maddie.
I think the folks there at the Greenwood Agency can look forward to a grill out this week.
Yes.
Mr. Staniger, being the generous guy he is, probably going to cook for the whole office.
I think he'll invite Scott Flatham.
I doubt it. All right, Bombers here. Back up to the
Bombers
line.
in a 3rd and 9 situation. It's like we got an off tackle play. He's going to still
That's
be
Myers
scooting up
running.
the sideline.
Eventually brought down there on the far sideline by
Bulldogs.
58. Who's 58? Nolan Ford, the sophomore, in with the tackle.
Bulldogs struggling a little bit with the edge play tonight. I wouldn't say struggling mighty, but that edge play has been problematic. Nolan Ford, number 58, they got him on the varsity roster.
Yep.
Interesting character, plays running back through the JV.
Pitch there. Nope. Up the middle. Got me on the fake.
So he's kind of like in your program, number 11 and number 77, Ashton Kish. Nolan Ford also the owner of 2 numbers.
Eric Bechtold on the carry there.
Buck 24 left in the 3rd. Bombers in control here, 36-8 in this rematch of last year's section final game.
Last 2 years' section final game.
Yep. Got a towel on the field again. There's that there's that play off the edge again.
Sinjwald tackled by Schumacher
Which
and Welke.
now, Cannon Falls' bread and butter is that inside trap play. So the Bulldog defense has taken away Cannon Falls' 2 best plays. Problem is, play number 3 has given them a bucket full of trouble.
Well, and you don't
that
expect that
outside
passing.
Right, for sure. But I'm just saying, as far as the ground game goes, there's another
Pass for a
play.
touchdown. Myers catches it.
I am going to say, for the Bulldogs, our coverage against this has been very good. There have been times against the Bombers where our defensive backs have been kind of lulled asleep there. We've had good coverage on the Bombers. The quarterback for the Bombers has been very, very sharp, and the receivers have caught balls in coverage. So that is another plus for the Bulldog defense. All right. There's another pass to the corner to pick up the extra point for the Bombers. 24 seconds left in the 3rd quarter, 44-8, Cannon Falls. Cannon Falls putting on a power T clinic tonight,
Yep.
both on the ground and in the air.
Yep, and to Cannon Falls' credit, the Bulldogs say we're going to pile it up on the inside. If you're going to beat us, you're going to have to beat us with the pass on the outside, and Cannon Falls has done just that tonight.
Yep.
Effectively hit the outside there with the run and completed passes when they needed to.
There were some teams a few years ago when I was still calling the defense when we would play Stewartville, and they had those incredible quarterbacks that came through there. And we committed to taking the pass away, and we said, if you're going to beat us, you're going to beat us with a run. And they did. So, Bulldogs set to receive. We'll see when we tee this up if we get that sideways tee or that traditional tee. Cannon Falls last half a decade not been a slave to tradition when it comes to what everybody else is doing, and their kickoff is no different, and it has worked for them.
Yep, they see it. I don't know if you can see it on the live stream, but he's got that football laying sideways, laces down.
Laces
in the
down
tee.
inside the tee, yep. Kicks that knuckleball. Welke on the return, he's going to be up almost to the 40.
Brought down by 26. Tyson line.
The primary tradition that the Bombers have had the last half a decade here is winning.
Yeah.
Just a handful of losses every season. I bet in the last 5 years you could count their losses on two hands.
Last season they finished this season 10-2.
Right.
Year before that, I think they lost just in the sections finals to us. I don't know
Or did
if
they
had
lose
another-
to Chatfield that year?
They might have lost.
Right, but I think, so again, like 2 losses.
Yep.
Right, a lot of success out of the Bombers, both offensively and defensively in the last.
Hendrick's going to pass.
There's that
Schumacher
slant
across
again.
the middle.
Schumacher catches it for a good gain. It's going to make a second and about 3. Have we given our nightly accolades to the faceless chain gang? Shall they not remain nameless?
We have not. You know what? I see. They're easy to pick out over there in their green vests.
They are.
Has nothing to do with the shiny bald head that I know that's Chris Raymond sitting over there holding the
Yeah, I resemble that remark.
the down marker. We got Chris Raymond, Joe Schneider, Justin Goose over there on the chain crew, and we have one who I'm not sure about, but I'm pretty sure that somebody's going to tell me here before too long. It could be a Garrett Wolf. I was thinking that myself.
Player to be
Or
named later. It does
could-
look like Garrett Wolf.
Could be a Logan Lammers, but
Could be.
it's a bearded mystery man.
Hey, spotter on the other side. Who's on the chain gang?
Where's your monocle?
Don't wear a monocle. What am I, am I an English gentleman?
Take it easy there, Mr. Peanut. Oh, here we go. We're getting zoomed in. That is for sure Garrett Wolf.
Great camera work out of Team Simon.
Yeah. We do have Garrett Wolf is the bearded wonder, 4th member of that chain
Bulldog
crew over
legend
there.
himself. I'm surprised he was able to get out of the house. Hasn't he got like 7 kids under the age of 2 or something at his place?
He has them 2 at a time. All right. Hendricks hands it off to the tailback. That's Welke.
Nice
move.
hard run by
That's
Welke. He's going to be out to the 40. Running in traffic.
He is brought down by Banks, number 27.
That was a very, very nice run by young Nolan Welke.
I don't think it's
All right.
possible. It's still the 3rd quarter.
Not 11:40 for sure.
Yeah. The new scoreboard guy forgot to change the quarter.
Who's a
Oh, there we
slacker?
got it.
Adam Oleg. Who's a slacker? Adam
All right,
Oleg.
Hendricks hands off again to Welke. Welke this time is wrapped
Bottled
up.
up right at the line of scrimmage.
That's number 62 for the Bombers, Magnus Swanson.
Man, you got to be good if your name's Magnus.
Or a power lifter.
Yes. Strong man.
Strong man.
Magnuson. I like the name Magnus, but it's a roll of the dice when that kid is born, because if he turns out to be 5-0 and a buck, and his name is Magnus.
Big rush, first one there.
All right.
Hendricks
Bulldogs.
sacked again.
Bulldogs having trouble in standard pass protection. Standard drop back, non-play action pass protection has been tough.
We got another Bulldog here suffering some cramps out on the
Cramping.
field.
Can you see it? Jace Schumacher?
I believe it is Schumacher. We will no doubt no doubt have some education in these boys on their
Dietary
hydration needs on game days.
One cramp sufferer on the field to help another one. Young Parker Matty must be feeling a little bit better, though, if he's up on his feet. You got time for another trivia question?
Let's do it. You can submit your answers to pmlivestream@gmail.com. This is going to be our last one of the night for another gift certificate from the Ye Old Butcher Shop.
Chape. It's a PPE. Chape.
I had a Chape once. I named it Spot.
You have to put the cream in a folds?
He's squishing his face. Looked a lot like you. All right.
Oh, I resemble that remark.
All right, here we go.
Here's your question. Ye Old Butcher Shop, sponsor of tonight's live stream, established in what year of our Lord?
What year was Ye Old Butcher Shop
established?
Ye Old Butcher
Brick
Shop,
or
which
mortar,
is now employee owned.
Managed by one Dylan Passy, I believe, if our names are correct.
They do custom venison processing.
And we also had, thanks to Ye Old Butcher Shop, a little festivities at halftime with the T-shirt.
Student council shot some shirts off into the crowd.
I saw one Nolan File Sticker shoot one from the field all the way to the track, having a little trouble with the pressure on that one. And then I saw one Jamie Stuckey shoot one to the parking lot. So I hope there was somebody up there to retrieve that home run.
I got a little nervous she was going to hit our satellite that we had installed on the roof this afternoon to bring this live stream to you. But yeah, Ye Old Butcher Shop, custom venison processing. You can order online. They also sell those Green Mountain grills.
Got a half a hog special.
$349 wrapped and custom cut to however you want it.
Wonder if I could get a half a hog custom cut into a beef.
No, that's not how that works. All right.
That's a DNA problem.
Hendricks.
Under center. Eye backs. Fumbled snap.
Center falls on it.
We've had some receivers open tonight. We just have not gotten to a position, line and quarterback-wise, we've been able to pull a trigger.
Oh, I lied. Center did not fall on it. That was the nose guard. White jersey came up with that.
All right, so Bulldogs will go to defense. I mean, you have the right position, just the wrong color. What are we getting for results?
Oh, we do have a winner. Ye Old Butcher Shop, founded in 1974.
Who's your wiener?
Mr. Jacob Wolf.
Jacob Wolf is the winner.
Gets himself a gift certificate to Ye Old Butcher Shop tonight.
Yeah. Kind of nice Ye Old Butcher Shop to sponsor this.
Yeah, it was kind of a fun little...
gave some prizes away with the T-shirts to the crowd.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did some live stream stuff.
I mean, I was kind of hoping that there might have been some meat sticks waiting for us in the press box.
I will say this. Normal cameraman Alan Miller, unable to join us tonight. I believe he might rectify that problem in our next home game.
All right.
No offense, Dylan.
Cannon Pauls with the ball here.
There's that second back through.
I believe that was
going to be out close to a first down, but he's going to be short. 9.5 minutes remain. Bulldogs trail 44-8.
I see who it's number 12.
Had some bright spots tonight.
Landon Pagel there with the carry.
Had some bright spots for the Bulldogs tonight. I feel like barring some sort of incredible event, the Bulldogs are not going to mount the comeback tonight. I hate to say that, but there have been some bright spots. The defense.
Oh, good tackle there.
The defense, by and large, has played well. Priest on the tackle.
Interesting stat about Priest. We talked about the 195 tackles. Last year's 185. Last year, as a junior, already the leading tackler in PM history, I believe.
Or it's close. He might be like within a game's worth. If he's not already, he's within like a game's worth. Yeah.
4 to go, ball
Yep.
on the 36-yard line. 8.5 and counting left to go. in
Carson
the game.
Cronebush's father,
Bombers are going to start
at
the
one
season
time the
with
owner of the single game tackle record against your second favorite team, the Casson Vanderbilt Comets, in a section semifinal game in the fall.
Myers tries to run to the outside. Priest again with the tackle there.
It's going to make it
Helped out by Welke.
4th and about 4. So the Bombers will dial up 90% chance it'll be a run play with up 44-8, 7:53. From a football perspective, as an armchair quarterback, this Bomber offense runs this power T
off the left side, diving
with
in.
precision,
Is Wagner.
and it's hard to find fault with it.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And now in their passing game has really stymied the Bulldogs tonight. I think they have 4 scores off the pass,
Yep.
and an extra point maybe.
And Coach Winger and the boys will get there too with
Oh
that
yeah,
power
oh
team.
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. I'm just saying, you got to respect what the Bombers have done with this offense, and both controlling the scoreboard and the clock, and keeping the offense off the field, keeping the other team's offense off the field, or keeping their defense off the field. Bulldogs take over on downs, looks like. You get the eye backs.
See if they can give Hendrick some time.
Welke,
Another nice run there. He's going to pick up about 5.
little off tackle play with a fullback lead, harkening back to the days of Bill Erkey. Might be listening tonight, might not be. Might be fishing. Maybe in the land of no internet someplace.
We were almost in the land of no internet.
We were.
A couple hours ago.
We were. All right, Bulldogs line up in that eye backs again. 2 wide receivers, Hendricks under center. Same play as last time. Welke off tackle. He's got a little room. He's out to midfield, down to about the 40. I think he's going to be out of bounds, just short of the 40.
I'll tell you what I noticed about Welke is he's not going to try to juke you, is he?
No, he's a power back. He's a power back. We got some cramping on the far side. Looks like, as you can say, we got a Bulldog player down going out of bounds. But I see that telltale foot in the air.
Yeah. Gatorade's out there, wants to sponsor Bulldog football. Gatorade, Pedialyte.
Morton Salt.
Bulldog, Bulldogs are looking for an orange slice sponsor for next game.
Maybe Mustard, if you harken back to Stewartville a couple of years ago, was staving off their fast players, the cramps. They were eating mustard on the sideline.
All right.
I bet that works great, but I bet it doesn't taste great. That was Welke on the carry, cramped a little bit. Gets off under his own power. I'm sure we'll see him back shortly.
All right, he did pick up the first down. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the Cannon Falls 43.
Bulldogs huddled up over here. Did we call a timeout, or what did we do here? Okay. We're going to get them going back to the side, back to the center of the field here.
Some big boys on that line for the Bulldogs.
Yeah.
Got some good experience up there, matched up with some youth. Hines, the sophomore, is out there. You got
Atkinson
Schrader,
starting his first game.
Atkinson starting his first game. Priest.
The veteran Priest. There we get some. That Foss again.
It is.
We might have found ourselves another candidate for running backs in that backfield. Fawcett's had a good night carrying the ball.
Yes, he has. Foss, a senior, didn't play football 2 years ago. Came back out last year in a support role, and this year having a real nice home opener for the Bulldogs.
Right. He's kind of asserting himself as someone who needs to be on the field a little bit more.
Grainer, the run
Grainer
up
on
the
the
middle,
carry. He's going to have the first down. He's going to be down to about the 26.
Brought down by number 6, Gavin Moorhead, a sophomore. Schumacher jogging back in. He jogs back in after some cramping issues.
Yeah.
Welke also back into the game.
I think we got Welke at tailback, Grainer at the fullback.
Got Eidenschenk out on the far side, Schumacher on the near side.
If we get into a passing situation, if we're able to protect Hendricks. Welke on the carry. He's going to power up for about 5. Good hard running by the backs tonight.
Yep. Yeah, definitely some good stuff happening out there for the Bulldogs.
I would venture to guess this is not the last time we're going to see the Bombers this season.
All right.
We will stumble across them at some point in the playoffs.
Hendricks drops back.
Pass.
Gets rid of it quick that time. That's Schumacher.
Ooh. Schumacher did have a nice catch earlier in the game on a similar route. Hendricks actually had a little time to look and pull the trigger, overthrow Schumacher by just a little bit. And then Schumacher was expecting that ball a little sooner and slowed his route down a little bit. Jace plenty fast. If he'd have kept going deep like Hendricks thought he was, a little miscommunication there on the route. All right, so we've got 3rd and 5 for the Bulldogs. Going to stay in that I-back set. Got Grainer at the fullback, Welke at the tailback. Welke's been running hard this quarter. Welke on the carry. He's going to have a first down and more. Nice stiff arm. He's going to race toward the end zone. He's going to be short by about 3 yards.
Brought down by number 12, Landon Pagel.
So the Bulldogs on the doorstep of a score here. Giving the home faithful a little something to cheer about here on night number 1 in Elgin Field. All right, still in that I-back formation.
Grainer up the
Grainer
middle. First high school touchdown.
Yes.
Good for him.
Might have to get somebody to rub that ball on his hands for good luck. Nice drive by the Bulldogs. Nice drive by the. Very efficient, very solid. Had some near misses on the pass plays to keep everybody honest.
All right, here's a few scores from around the area. Caledonia up big over Zumbrota Mazeppa right now, up 55-0. Dovriota, in a little bit of a surprise, I would say, 18-10 over Lourdes.
That is a bit of a spread, not a big surprise.
That's a halftime score.
Right, but we got extra point coming up here out of the I-back set.
Pass, that's DeFoss.
Hendricks completes DeFoss for the extra point, pushes us to 44-16.
Fourth quarter, Stewartville up on Waseca, 20-13.
Okay, let me back up a second. So that Dovriota Lourdes score was a halftime score.
It was a halftime score.
Dovriota was up at the half.
Yep.
Okay.
St. Charles up 14-12 over Lake City. Chatfield up over Pine Island 42-6.
Okay.
We got
44 to
16 now here.
2 touchdowns, 2 2-point
No
conversions.
score out of La Crescent versus Red Wing.
No.
So yeah,
That's a drive for Red Wing, boy. There's a drive for one of them.
it's a pretty drive.
It is a pretty drive. At least during the daylight it was.
Bulldogs on the road the next 2 weekends. They play Rochester lured
next week, and that'll
Next
be
week.
at RCTC.
RCTC Regional Sports Stadium. Red Wing the week after that. That's a Saturday game, and I believe it's a 4 o'clock.
And we have 2 Saturday games this year, and that is due to a shortage of referees. So if you're out there listening and you have an interest in officiating, even if it's officiating football, even at a lower level, you should get out there and do that. The kids will appreciate the support. Yeah, we had 2 Saturday games this year due to referee shortage.
Yep. The second one is actually the PM homecoming game.
Yeah.
Is on a Saturday.
And I don't know, is that an afternoon game?
It's an afternoon. It's a 1 o'clock, I believe.
Onside kick.
Hepner puts it deep.
That's
he puts
Banks.
it down to the 10. Banks receives. He's going to head back toward his own
Nice
sideline.
tackle.
Run down by
Welke.
Welke. Or is that 6? That's 6.
That's Hendrickson.
That's Hendricks. Nice tackle.
So yeah, 2 games. Next time we will have this live stream, Bulldogs will be taking on the newly brought down to 3A Stewartville Tigers
Here at
on
Elgin
Friday,
Field.
September 22nd.
That'll be. There's a little history there over the years between these 2 teams, playoff wise and the Southern Football Alliance Red Division wise.
All right, right up the
Oh,
middle.
geez, and that's off to the
And
races.
gone.
Through the hole, and he's not going to catch him. It's going to go.
26. Owen Johnson.
26, Tyson Lind, I got.
Oh, that's our 26, Owen Johnson. I'm sorry, Tyson Lind. So you got junior, sophomore?
Lind is a junior.
Junior. Nice run right up the middle out of that power tee. Again, Cannon Falls putting on a power tee clinic tonight. I think that's their first touchdown on the ground.
First, team charge timeout. Kevin.
No.
No?
No.
Oh, number 8 had a touchdown on the ground.
Yep. Shapersky.
Shapersky had a touchdown on the ground. 50-16, Cannon Falls up big on the Bulldogs here in Elgin. Tonight's game brought to you by Yo Butcher Shop.
Employee owned.
Employee owned out of Rochester, Minnesota.
Doing a really nice job of sponsorship. We're doing that trivia. That was a lot of fun tonight. Shooting off some T-shirts here by the Student Council into the stands for the fans. We
Yes.
appreciate all our sponsors. We'll have a new sponsor for each home game. So we got 4 sponsors throughout the Bulldog season here.
As the leaves start to change and the weather gets a little cooler, don't forget Yo Butcher Shop also does venison processing.
Absolutely.
They
do not butcher venison, but if you bring in your boneless meat, they will custom process that for you.
Okay.
Bombers decided they're going to work on their kicking game.
And I know that is, I wonder if they'll lay the ball sideways on the extra point.
It's in to attempt the extra point.
Nope, standard extra point, and it's up and good.
It is up and good.
It's a low line driver. Up and good though. All right, 51-16 here in Elgin. 2:02 remaining, 4th quarter. Bombers on top of the Bulldogs. Newly minted head coach Darren Wingert going to take the loss tonight, but we have shown some good things tonight. I don't think we need to worry about bringing the panic button out of the mothballs. I think we're okay. Defense looks tough as always. That last play, maybe not indicative of how well the Bulldogs have played the inside run tonight. So Cannon Falls will kick off toward the scoreboard.
Again, just another shout out to those folks at HBC Broadband getting out here, hooking us up with some internet. kind of putting a custom little piece together for us tonight so we could live stream this to you in your living room. So
Spit and some tape and some bubble gum, and we're on the air live.
Red Green couldn't have done a better job
could
himself
not.
with a whole roll of duct tape.
And I will say this, both those guys were handsome, and they were also handy. All right, Bulldogs back to receive. We got Welke deep. Hendricks up in the middle. Welke going to field the ball. It's going to go out of bounds.
That's a legal procedure.
It is. That is. I'm going to say, I don't know if it's the refereeing or the coaching, but we have, other than a few plays in that first quarter,
Right away, you know?
we have been pretty penalty-free for a first game of the season.
Yep.
Pretty clean game that way.
Kick goes out of bounds by Mills.
Coach Simon reminding us that all flags on the field are illegal procedures.
Well, no, we just learned something about Coach Wingert.
What's that?
He didn't make him re-kick it.
Huh. If Coach Thompson or if Coach Ron Randall were here, he'd say make him re-kick it every time. Make him run again. Tire him out.
Another nice run by Welke.
Yeah,
he's brought
going
down
to pick
that
up about
time
4.
by a large man, number 73.
He appears to be cramping again. A large
talent. Riffin Barrick.
Yeah.
Probably not saying that correctly, but he comes in at about 6'3".
Big athletic kid making a play here. Welke down, getting that calf rubbed out.
Minute
Bulldogs watering
47.
up.
They get him off the field. That might be the last time we see him.
Yeah. Maybe see Foss at the tailback and Grainer at the fullback in that I formation.
Yep.
147 left to go.
I probably haven't said this enough. In reality, it probably seems like we send it a lot. But I want to thank the Bulldog Nation Foundation. I want to thank the Bulldog Athletic Department, the Activities Department,
PM Schools.
everybody, PM Schools, that makes these live streams possible. The volunteers that run the cameras, everybody, many hands make light work. Bulldog Nation, kind of the spearhead of this, started during COVID. They help all of our activities. They help all of our students in the co-curriculars, whether it's the fine arts, whether it's athletics, whatever it is. The Bulldog Nation is there to support the students of our district. Also brought to you tonight by Yule Butcher Shop.
Yep.
Thanks to them for buying that sponsorship at the Bulldog Nation Foundation auction.
Yes.
So if you're interested in a sponsorship, that's where you're going to find that.
Grainer there on that last
Why are you
carry.
shaking your head no at me?
I'm not sure we're going to auction him off again.
Oh, I have
More to come.
Misspoken. TBD, to be determined.
Hey, here's an update. 2 minutes left in the game. Dover-Riota holding on to a 2-point lead over Lourdes, 18-16.
18-16.
And Dover-Riota with the ball.
And it was 18-10 at halftime, right?
It's 18-10 and a half.
So Lourdes has pitched a shutout in the second half so far. And the Eagles of Dover-Riota have been held to one score in the second half so far.
32-yard line.
Final from St. Charles, the Saints over the Lake City Tigers, 21-12.
That mildly surprising to me. Not a big surprise, mildly surprising. Kind of like the Dover-Riota over Lourdes score. Little surprise.
Hendricks has
Oh,
a tight end
nice
Cronenbush.
catch by Cronenbush. He's going to be out past midfield.
Nice strong hands there by Cronenbush.
I don't know if it's good or bad, but you're seeing high school quarterbacks finding ways to deliver the ball. You see that Pat Mahomes-style sidearm out of Hendricks on that one. And the college coaches recruiting these quarterbacks probably not going to like that mechanics very much. But when it's working, you got to do what's working.
All right, Foss now at the tailback. Rainer fullback.
Yeah.
Receiver is near side is Bedstead. Far side is Noah Eidenschenk.
Hendricks
Hendricks looking for Bedstead.
He's got him open.
Nice catch.
Deep post on the waggle. Bedstead with his first varsity catch.
That targeted him once earlier, missed him.
Down inside the 5. He's inside the 10 for sure.
And that is a ball game.
All right, thought we were maybe going to get one more play. Forgot to check the clock. So the Bulldogs fall tonight, 51-16 to a very, very tough Cannon Falls team. A lot of bright spots for the Bulldogs. Dolan Welke at the running back, running hard tonight. Jay Schumacher, good speed, good hands. Tight ends, both tight ends, proving to be weapons in the passing game tonight.
Absolutely.
I think there's a lot to build on going into next week, but we'll need it.
Yep, and that game next week is at RCT, Rochester Regional Sports Stadium, against Rochester Lourdes.
Is that a final yet? Or
No, not a final yet.
Still refreshing to see what we can get on that Dovriota Lourdes score. I think we should sign off. I think we're going to thank the Bulldog Nation Foundation one more time.
Absolutely.
And we're really going to thank Yule Butcher Shop with their custom venison processing, the t-shirt gun, the gift certificates, everyone who gave us a correct answer in the trivia.
Yep, that was fun.
Good to be back on the field on Friday nights again.
All right, well, that's it from Elgin. Thanks for tuning in. Bulldogs in action next week at Lourdes, the following week at Red Wing, back here against Stewartville, I believe on the 22nd. So,
if you're not listening at home, drive safe.